It's good with you out there. Start out sliding in front of you real quick. Seen this video right here that I want to just come on real quick and do something about. I think it's called Young Thug to the rescue, assisting this young lady that was scammed by these little boys. I mean, I'm sure a lot of y'all might have seen in the hood or whatever you see little guys out with bottles of water, selling the water, things like that. Hustling, that type thing. And the hood is pretty much normal for little kids to be out doing that. But these little young boys in Atlanta scammed her. And then I seen that it kind of, it touched me, man, but it touched me in a different kind of way. It just reminded me of, I think his name is Tom Sowell. Got a whole bunch of really good books. I don't know, I'm nerding out right here. But in his books, he speaks a lot about the antebellum South and history, as far as what, you know, people like us are concerned. And he spoke about trade-offs, how criminal justice system or whatever is nothing but a bunch of trade-offs. So at one end, you go to make laws to address crime, but on the other end, there's a deficiency left from the decision that you made to address one issue. So by causing one issue, well, appearing to create the cure to one issue, you create another. And it's nothing but trade-offs. So at the end of the day, there's nothing really ever solved. One solution creates another problem. So I want to go ahead and slide on this first video. This ain't gonna be long. I just wanted to share this with y'all and just give my opinion on it because it kind of touched me. Here we go.
Y'all are in Atlanta, do not give. If y'all are in Atlanta, do not give any money to the Waterboys. They just stole $1,100 from me, sent $1,100 from my Cash App to theirs. I literally had $2 on there. They changed it and sent $1,100 to them. It was a lot of boys on a scooter, on them lime scooters, but that's okay. I got the police right here. I hope them. Y'all, somebody need to put them under the jail. $1,100. Didn't I just put on my post that I just got laid the off? Them need to be put under the jail. I don't give a about none of that. Like, one thing about it is, if you know me, I'm always supporting the community. I've always given literally like a couple dollars to them hoes. $1,100? You gonna send yourself? Really? You gonna change the amount from $2 to $1,100? Really? Like, I'm asking them to put the Cash App in, bro. It wasn't working. They're like, here, let me just do it. This for $1,100?
This reminds me of one a few years back. I'm riding. I hadn't even been out the fair joint that long, but I'm riding, headed to the grocery store, see some of them little young jokers out selling waters. Your heart go out to them. So I pull up, but of course, I'm not carrying no money. I really don't carry no money no more. A lot of people don't. So I want to go ahead and get a water from them or whatever, just to support them. And they suggest the Cash App thing. Well, I'm like, well, okay. I don't know how to work Cash App. Same thing. He told me, well, get here, I'll do it. So I hand him the phone, just like she did. So he I say, listen here, little nigga, don't try nothing. I don't know what he could try, but he just had that. I'm a street dude. I know you can see. Listen, growing up, you always heard older people say that boy gonna be this or that girl gonna be. You could just, as you're older, you can see it, and I can see it in him. So that's why I told him, listen, little nigga, don't try nothing. Oh no, OG, I wouldn't do that. OG, he hand me the doggone phone. I hit send him a couple dollars, get a couple of waters from him, and I ease on. I'm on up the freeway. I'm gone for a night. How come this little joker gonna hit me on Cash App requesting 500? So he was about to get out on me. But I think the only reason he didn't because of what I said to him, and I was kind of dressed slick at it, so he probably didn't know. So that he didn't want to try me. And so I told my man, he's like, man, you can't do that because your phone right now, because I'm fresh out, your phone right now is like your wallet, your social, everything's in your phone. You can't let nobody touch your phone. So I'm like, wow. But the whole point what I'm trying to make. Like I say, it's the trade-offs. You got these little jokers out here doing these crazy things, and that's a young lady there, just got laid off. And right now, times is hard. This economy's bad, man. People are out here suffering. That girl had her last piece of money taken from from her, by some little badass little boys. But let's go on with this next clip.
Go this way, bitch. Looked around because I'm like, wait, hold up. Tried to chase his. Then they ran on a lime scooter. What the fuck? Them hoes are dying today. They're getting put under the jail. I don't give a fuck about none of that. What are you doing? Are you dumb?
Boy, ain't no fucking way, boy. This nigga is standing on the bed. Look at these savages. No! Look at these savages. Only in Atlanta. Boy, no way, boy.
Bro, they all on goddamn birds.
They finna go win.
He's still on that bed.
Bro, no can
Look at these savages.
Now look at that. That's about probably good 8, 9, 10 teenage boys. Them some big boys. Them boys probably about 15, 16, 17. You might have had some lords, maybe 14. Big boys out there in a busy street like that. Looked like somebody was driving an Uber little thing there, hanging on it. Back in the day, that's what you would see boys out doing, hustling, shaking that bag, so to speak. But the whole thing, back in the day, when you had more guys in the hood, moving in the hood a certain type of way, feel how you want to feel about it, but you didn't have that. You didn't see in main avenues damn near grown kids hanging on vehicles like that, so-called selling waters and ripping people off, working people, women, or whatever the case may be. Because in the hood, there was a form of tribalism. You had an OG or two in the hood hear about something like that and pull up. Hey, man, what y'all doing? Man, get y'all. Let me catch you back up here again. You know what I'm saying? Or they might get pulled off into other things, but you didn't see that. There was somebody in the hood that held those little jokers accountable. They're out there running wild on lime scooters. Why? Because they don't have no money. They don't have no jobs. The cities and the counties now, they don't have money like that. When I was coming up, you could get a summer job and things like that. They don't have that stuff no more. This country is in a total different position. So what you got boys out there that's preying on, and look at the young lady. She just got laid off. You got grown people that can't keep a job right now because the market is crashing so bad. So they ain't got no job for these kids. You know what I'm saying? But the thing about it, Young Thug came to the rescue for the young lady, and he reached out to her. I'm gonna run that right here.
Man, if you're not raising, don't come. Stay home. If you ain't raising, stay home. It's not that. Stay home.
I really don't understand why shit like this be happening to me, especially because, I'm not a selfish person at all. I don't steal from nobody. I don't steal from corporations. I don't steal from Walmart. I don't steal, period. I'm a giver. If anybody knows me, I'm always giving to people. I'm always just helping out the community and stuff like that. So for this to happen to me, I know God is going to bless me because I didn't do nothing for this. I didn't do anything karma-wise for this shit to happen to me. And I hate to wish bad on people, especially black boys, because a lot of times they be needing our support at the most. But the fact that they just stole from me, a black woman, you don't ever know in a person's situation. If y'all follow me, if y'all seen the post that I just made, how I just got laid off from my job. People don't see that. And see, this how I know that, those boys really just need help. They need help, yo. But not mine. I don't wish bad on nobody, but you got to go. You got to.
And it really hurt because she's trying to trying to use logic or some rationale to try to wrap her mind around what just happened to her, and stating that the things that she don't do, how she could contribute to the community, how she just try to be on the straight and narrow and be a good citizen, but at the end of the day, once you learn the way I've learned that, a lot of times certain types of success is not about earn. It's not about how good you are. Like my attorney told me one time, it's not about how good you are, Donnie. The joke at the top is not because he was good. He was just quicker to stick somebody else in the back. And that's the part that we don't teach our kids. But what's going on with them boys is innate. Our era, we came up, we got out there, we hustled. You might have questioned the way we hustled, but we hustled. We wasn't scamming, robbing, and like I say, I don't knock the hustle. But to me, to be a scammer or something like that, to hit a young lady, it takes a certain type of evil to me, a cold heart to do something like that. But I'm from a different era. I'm out the way now with it, But at the end of the day, you see Young Thug reached out to her, and from my understanding, gave that girl her money back and a little more. And that's something that a normal street guy would do. And we call that paying our taxes, to take care of somebody like that, to ease that pain up off of her. And I feel bad because I'm like, I don't know if she's in a relationship or not, or because I know these younger people, they do things different as far as helping each other out. They're more about themselves, I guess. I don't really know how to describe it. I'm not trying to come against them because I don't understand it. But I know from my era, if something happened to my lady or something like that, they would come to us and we'd be like, listen, babe, don't worry about it. I take care of it, or however. But that was her last. So like I say, my heart really go out. But this is the point I wanted to make. Let me give a shout out to these good people, All Urban Central. I'm doing a review of their video they put up, but I want to make sure I gave them a shout out. But let's keep this in mind. Check this out.
April the 12th, 2015.
Yes.
Okay. And have they been changed in any way according, based on what's in front of you?
No.
Okay. Your Honor, at this time, the state now moves to admit.
That was just Young Thug not that long ago. The community was trying to lock him up, to give him a whole lot of time. But look what he just did. Came through and righted a wrong. So my point is trade-offs. You locking everybody up. Now, we don't know what he was accused of. Was that really true, or however that went? But you're locking everybody up. And he was gone, that good that was just done by that young lady wouldn't have been done. So that's what I mean by trade-offs. They spent this whole war on street stuff and snatching guys off. Some guys deserve it, violent guys, but there are some guys just out here trying to make a little money. And then you may feel how you feel one way about what they did, but now that you got the absence of them, look at where your streets are. Now you could say, man, how can you make rationale with that? But because here's something that you don't understand. What you didn't understand is that the government been doing it the whole time.
It has now to President Trump in the Middle East tonight, into a moment that has not been seen in 25 years. An American president shaking hands with the leader of Syria. The new president of Syria is a former militant linked to al-Qaeda at one point. All of this today with the Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia standing by there.
So my point with showing you that is this. That man, at the time that Trump shook his hand over there in Syria, had a $10 million reward out from him from the U.S. government. Former al-Qaeda member that was in Guantanamo Bay with the whole Waterboy thing and all that. The U.S. government was looking for him. Trump was shaking his hand while it was a war for $10 million out for his capture. And Trump agreed over there with the Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia to make him president of Syria. Why? Because it's a tribal situation. You can be law enforcement or you can be whatever. But if you ain't from that tribe and don't understand them tribes, you can only be so effective. But we ain't gonna stop right there. Let me show you one more example before I get out your way.
Tonight, NBC5 Investigates has learned that 17 members of El Chapo's family have defected here to the U.S.
Now, several law enforcement sources have told our investigative reporter, Chuck Gowdy, that this unusual arrangement is all part of a plea deal in Chicago involving one of the drug lord's sons. Chuck Gowdy joining us now with late details on this story. Chuck?
Stephen, Allison, with the U.S. sending tens of thousands of Mexican citizens out of the country, tonight we have a story of why the Justice Department is paving the way for 17 relatives of drug kingpin El Chapo Guzman to come into the country from Mexico. Chapo's kin tonight essentially defecting for their own safety as part of a guilty plea deal in Chicago by one of the drug lord's sons.
The government cuts deals with people all the time. Even a lot of them people in your neighborhoods that you may have felt, whatever the case may be. Look at Big U out there in California. Brought him in. Come find out he was getting hundreds of thousands, in some case 1.2 or whatever million allegedly from the government. So that's what I'm saying, people. It's trade-offs. It's trade-offs. It's sad to see them little boys out there like that, on that, and it's sad to see there's no one with enough respect in the hood or that care enough that can speak to them where they will listen. I'm happy that the young lady did get her money back, but like I'm saying, sometimes when we're wishing for certain things, we have to be careful with what we wish for, because as you're wishing for some people to go away that may not be hurting you directly, or you feel may be hurting you, you mess around and the law don't have a conscience. Then you find out you got kids out there, families not eating, or whatever the case may be. I mean, it's a slippery slope. It's a judgment call on the whole thing, but there's no win in no situation. It's nothing but trade-offs. You're benefiting one way, goddamn, you're losing another. Listen, as always, subscribe, follow, the whole nine. You know what I'm saying? Support me on the book thing. I've been out here in these streets. I know what it is. El Primo, the Black End of Sinaloa Cartel, audio book, the whole nine on Amazon. You can pick that joint up. And as I always say when I'm signing off, man, remember, we got next. Deuces.